The synthetic indices market is one of the easiest markets to trade, especially in 2026. But it shocks me how a lot of people don't even know what this market are. And what is even more disappointing is that there's a lot of misinformation going around about this market. But I'm here to tell you today that synthetic indices market is a market that, if you choose, can actually be the key to your profitability in 2026. My name is King Miracle, and in this video I'm going to be telling you all about synthetic indices. I'm going to explain to you what they are, how they move, and the reason why a lot of people trade them, and why this market is going to be the key to profitability this year. So without much yapping, let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, so welcome to the Synthetic Indices Beginner's Guide, and in this video, like I said in the intro, I'm going to explain to you what synthetic indices are, how they move, why people trade them. So firstly, what I'm talking about is what are synthetic indices. The first you need to understand that synthetic indices are artificial market. Now what this means is that they are not the real forex market, they are not the real currency, but these are artificial markets created majorly by Btw. Although there are other brokers that offer synthetic indices, but I think the most popular one is Btw. Now, what Btw did is that Btw took the chart, because a lot of people are saying, oh, I know how to trade. Oh, just that the big banks are after your stop loss. Oh, you know, the market makers, this and this. So what Btw did was Btw brought out the charts and say, okay, if you know how to trade, take the charts. They removed the fundamentals involved. They removed all those news. They removed the big banks and all those other things. They removed all these things and just gave you pure charts and say, all right, if you know how to trade, then take and fucking trade, man. That is simply what they just did. They just say take the chart and trade. And so if you know how to do technical analysis, you know how to trade properly, you have good risk management, you should be able to trade this market well without worrying about news and all of that. So yeah, that's the first thing you need to understand. All right, now you need to also know that this market is run by algorithms created by Btw, like I earlier said. The fact that they are run by algorithms, it makes it easier to trade because you can recognize patterns easily. You know that, okay, when one thing is showing up, this one thing is showing up. Whatever Mr. A is seeing, Mr. B is also seeing. Unlike in the currency world, where this FBS broker is showing one thing and then XNES is showing another thing on the chart. No, it's not like that. The algorithm will show everybody the same thing, so it makes it easier to trade. And now, number 4 is that they are always available 24/7. Whether in the morning, afternoon, evening, night, middle of the night, 2 a.m., 4 p.m., 3... It doesn't matter. Synthetic indices is always there, right? That's why if you are someone who is going like a 9 to 5, or you are a student, you're a medical student, or a law student who doesn't have time to trade, you understand? You don't want to trade Asian session in the currency world, but you still want to trade the financial market. So you can trade synthetic indices because they are available 24/7. Anytime you come back from work, anytime you come back for class, the market is there and volatile. It does not have London session, it does not have New York session, it does not have Asian session. There's nothing like that. There's no sessions, right? Anytime you come to the market is always there and always volatile for you to trade. All right. So those are the first things you need to understand about synthetic indices. Now, the key features is that there's no news impact. Like I said earlier, you don't need to be worried about, Donald Trump is going to kidnap this. This one, China is bumpy. You don't need to worry yourself about that. All right. Don't need to watch news. If you are like me, that you feel like the news is boring, then this is the best market for you. Just come on live on your data and just trade, right? Number 2, there's no market manipulation. Though some people will argue that there's a lot of manipulations. There's a lot of manipulation. Oh, there is the house is always with. It's all bullshit. There's no manipulation. It's just simply market structure. If you know how to follow market structure, just know how to analyze. Of course, the market will always do what the market wants to do. If you want to see manipulation, then you should try and go to currency world. That's when you're going to see manipulation on crypto. But in synthetic indices, there's little or no manipulations involved, right? Like I said, it's always open, like 24 hours, always open, and it has consistent behavior. If you can spot a pattern of synthetic indices, trust me, you're good, because the pattern will always show up and always repeat itself. That's the best thing about synthetic indices. All right, now let's move on to how do they move. Now, like I said earlier when the video started, synthetic indices is driven by algorithms. Plain and simple. There is no world event that is pushing price. There's no liquidity involved. All you just have to do is know how to analyze, and that is all, right? Another thing you need to understand is that I believe that synthetic indices is moving from demand zones to supply zones. That's if you want to. I'm just putting it out there. Like if you are trading synthetic indices, just use demand and supply and you're good, right? Now, different volatility levels. You need to understand that all the synthetic indices pairs have different volatility levels. They are not the same. Don't do that mistake of thinking that, oh, the way VLA25 index move is the same way boom and crash index is going to move. It is not the same thing. There's always going to be a difference, and that is what I mean by there's different volatility levels. Now, some move fast, some move slow. Like I said, all pairs are different. Okay, some of them are very quick. Like, you cannot compare pairs like jump index and pairs like step index or pairs like flat indices together. They are not. Some pairs move faster than others, and these are some of the things that you need to understand. Now, they simulate the real market. It's like I said earlier when it started, they removed the charts from the news and all. They just give you the chart and say, oh yeah, take. Say you know how to trade. Oh yeah, take now. That is all. So, but the only thing that you will not see in the real market as in synthetic indices is news, fundamentals, and other whatnot. So now, the types of movement when it comes to synthetic indices is there's a trending market. Now, the trending market is when market is moving either in an uptrend or a downtrend. Those of you who are familiar with trading already, you should know what I'm talking about. The bullish market and the bearish market. It also applies well on synthetic indices. Now, we have the ranging market that's consolidating. When they say a market is ranging, it means that the market doesn't have any direction. It's just moving, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's not moving up and it's not moving down. It's just, ranging and random behavior. That is, market is not actually respecting price action or market structure. Market is just moving from one zone to another. So in this kind of market, you just have to step away. Market like the ranging market and the random market, just step away. Now, we talk about spikes. Now, when you mention spikes, you're talking about the boom and crash market. Now, this is the market that it is very, very unpredictable. A lot of people trade boom and crash market, but me, I honestly would advise you to avoid boom and crash market, especially you as a beginner that just wants to start trading synthetic indices. As time goes on, you will understand how this market moves better, and then you can, think if you want to go into boom and crash or not. If you watch more of my videos on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be showing you how some of the best strategies you can use on trading boom and crash index. Now, why do people trade synthetic indices? It is simple. First things first, you can trade it anytime you like. I think this is the most important part, because like I said earlier, if you are a 9-to-5 worker, if you are a student, this is literally your market. I don't know why you are trading currency. I don't know why you are trading forex. This is literally your market. You can trade it anytime. And this is the single most important reason why everybody loves trading synthetic indices. There's no news. I don't like watching the news. I don't like, if you wake up in the morning, you're going to forex factory, you're going to this. No, there's no need for that. Just come to the market and just trade. That's exactly what it is, and that is why people trade synthetic, and that's why people like trading there, right? And now it's good for beginners. If you're a beginner in trading, this is literally the best market you can learn with, because like I said, you respect price action, respect market structure properly, and you will really, really enjoy it. There's no manipulations involved, so you as a beginner, you will not get kicked out. There's no news involved, so you as a beginner, you don't need to worry yourself on how you can read fundamentals. Like, you don't need to worry yourself about all that, right? So that is one of the reasons why I like it. Now, it is easy to practice strategies. No matter the strategy you are using, now, when you have a good strategy that you are using to trade synthetic indices, it is very easy to practice because the charts are always clean. It is literally the easiest market you can trade and the best market you can trade. Now, if you are trying to practice your strategy on synthetic indices, it is quite easy, because since the fact that the market is open 24/7, and the fact that you can come back morning, afternoon, night, market is there, Saturday, Sunday, the market is there, you don't need to be worried about sessions, you don't need to be worried about all those things. Just come to the market and just practice your strategies. If you are trying to practice a strategy on the currency world, or the forex, or any other real world, the fact that news is there will always interfere with the way you practice your strategy, because you don't know when news is going to happen. But right here in the synthetic indices world, if you have a strategy and you really backtest your strategy, trust me, whatever your backtesting data says, that is what it is. There's nothing that's going to interfere with it in the real world. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what are the advantages of trading synthetic indices? The first thing first, synthetic indices has predictable patterns. Now, some people in the past have claimed that they're able to spot certain patterns that they are trading. Right now, these patterns, if you can spot any particular pattern on synthetic indices and you just stick to it, trust me, you are Gucci, because the market will always repeat itself, and it's literally one of the best feature in synthetic indices, the fact that patterns repeat itself a lot of times. Now, there's no external influence. What this means is this simply boils down to the news part, right? There's no Trump can't just come one day and just say something and then that affects the market. Somebody like, if you're trading crypto now, Elon Musk can just remove $500 million from the crypto market and the crypto market will crash. It doesn't happen like that synthetic indices. There's no external influence. You don't need to be watching. You don't need to be careful on what's happening around. So just focus on your chart and just trade. Like I said, it's great for backtesting, clean price action, easy, no news, available 247. So any time of the day you can backtest your strategy and be a good. Fast execution depends on the pair you're trading. If you're trading pairs like jump or boom and crash or range, you're going to experience some fast executions. Like you can enter a trade and in split seconds or in minutes, market has, gone to your TP or gone to your SL, whichever way you predicted. So that's one of the advantages of synthetic indices. Now let's go to things that you should know. Now, some of the things you should know is that synthetic indices is still risky. The fact that it's easy to trade doesn't remove that riskiness. Everything is, so far you are trading is risky. No matter the kind of market you're trading is always risky. So you need to have it in the back of your mind that this market is still risky and you should be careful with your money because you have the chance of losing money. Another thing you need to know is that it requires a lot of discipline, if not even more than the forex world. Because now the fact that the market is open 24/7, you are prone to overtrading. That is one. The fact that there are different pairs and different volatility, you need to know these pairs very well. All these things call for discipline, because if you are not disciplined, you will be prone to make some certain silly mistakes just because the market is available to you always. So it still requires a lot of discipline. You need to also use risk management. Very, very important. No matter the market you are trading, risk management should be your number one priority, because without risk management, you can never truly become profitable. So if you are planning on trading synthetic indices, you need to know how you can properly apply risk management and also money management. Very, very, very important. Now, avoid overtrading. Overtrading is one of the easiest mistakes you can fall into as a beginner in synthetic indices, because the market is open 24/7. You feel like, you can make money anytime you like. False! You cannot make money anytime you like. So know when it's enough and know when you are expected to leave the market. Do not overtrade. Do not overtrade. Good. Now, let's look at the final advice. Now, my final advice for you is the first thing first is to start with demo account. It's very important. You need to start with a demo account because there are certain mistakes you are going to make. You cannot escape these mistakes if you don't, make them yourself while trading. And mistakes such as mistaking lot sizes, mistaking different pairs for another pair. All these mistakes are something that you need to learn yourself, and it's advisable that you learn it through a demo account and not a real account. So once you are seeing that you are not familiar with this market, then you can now decide to start trading with a real account. But from the beginning, start with a demo account. Now, learn before trading real money. It's very important that you learn this market, because you think that you're coming from the forex world and the synthetic indices it's another world entirely that you need to familiarize yourself with it. So if you can find a channel like this channel, I'm going to be dropping a lot of tips. Learn this market properly. If you cannot, pay somebody to teach you how to learn it. Like me now, I've been trading this market for 3 to 4 years now. So if you want to learn, you can send me a DM. A WhatsApp number will be on the description. You can send me a DM and then we can talk about it. Or better still, you can also join the trading floor. I have what I call the trading floor. It's a Telegram channel where I go live every day trading this market, trading synthetic indices market, right? We go live, trade the market, and also give signals on the trading floor. So if you want to join us, there's going to be a WhatsApp link in the description. You can join us on the trading floor and then we can trade the market together every day, for every single day going live. Now, focus more on consistency, right? If you find a strategy you are using, then you have to be consistent with it. Be consistent, trade it every day. The more you trade it, the better you get at it. And that's how it is. Now, you keep improving. As you are trading it, you are editing, you are working on certain things that are working, things that are not working, you draw them out, get a good journal, study, and eventually you're going to get used to it and you're going to make a whole lot of money. Now this is all I have for you when it comes to synthetic indices. And by the end of this session, I'm sure that you've already known what they are, how they move, and if it's a type of market that is suitable for you. Okay, if you'd like to know more, if you'd like to learn more, my Telegram community link is in the description below. You can join us there and we can talk about synthetic indices, learn more about it, and see if we can make money together. Don't forget, you can join the trading floor or whichever one you want. If it's mentorship, you can send me a DM also and we'll talk about it, right? By the way, my name is King Miracle, and as usual, I'm your guy. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, drop a comment, and also if there's something you would like to learn about synthetic indices, don't forget to drop a comment and let me know, and I will make a video on it, right? I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.